We are all set up for a cracking afternoon of football where the big questions could be answered. It is packed out here in Rotterdam on a fantastic day weather-wise and a mouth-watering match in prospect. Well, there are two changes to the Feyenoord side that beat Heracles as part of this 7-match winning run. They're in the back line. Gijs Smal and Gernot Trauner coming in, with Thomas Balen not in the squad and Hugo Bueno on the bench. Calvin Stengs is among the subs, having finally recovered from injury over recent months. That front three have got 35 goals between them in all competitions this season. The ritual of the pre-match handshakes before the game. Robin van Persie giving the crowd a wave. He was in a very relaxed mood ahead of kick-off, knocking the ball about with one of the young mascots. Danny McKelly is a very experienced match referee for this sort of situation. A high-profile game on a pivotal day in the title race. Luuk de Jong is a great leader. And no great surprise to see PSV unchanged after the big win over Fortuna Sittard. Ivan Perisic has been a goal-scoring revelation of late. He scored a hat-trick last week. There were goals all through the team. 13 for Manik Tillman in all competitions. And Gus Thiel, as well as scoring 10 Eredivisie goals, has also provided 10 assists. And now we pause for a minute's applause in memory of Joop van Dalen, the former Feyenoord defender, who sadly passed away this week at the age of 77. Well, a minute's applause for Joop van Dalen. Rotterdam born and bred, and part of the Feyenoord 70s heydays. And here, the class of 2025 on a terrific run of form in the league. Can they keep it up, and can they do Ajax a big favour in the title race? And potentially knock PSV out of it, virtually. So here we go. Is this the day where the title race swings decisively Ajax's way? It could do, or can PSV, if they could end up doing their greatest rivals a massive favour at De Kuip. If PSV lose, Ajax can win the title later with a victory of their own. Early touch for Walter Benitez, the Argentine goalkeeper, and a header away by Gijs Smal. Well, by Richard Ledesma, a good start is vital, of course, for both sides, but Feyenoord have looked almost invincible at recent times. 7 straight wins in the Eredivisie, and scoring 24 times in the process. For PSV, it's 4 victories on the spin, and 15 goals in that time. So there should be plenty of goalmouth action here today. Best of clearances from Benitez, and a miscued header as well. Well got by Anis Haj Musa, and in the end, the referee does decide to penalise Mauro Jr. It'll be an interesting tussle between those two as this game goes on. Anis Haj Musa, who scored twice away at Heracles last weekend in the Eredivisie. Trauner is among those forward for the free kick taken by Igor Paixão. It's not the best of deliveries, hit Mauro Jr., but it's still an opportunity for Hansko, who would have seen a goal ruled out by the offside flag had he managed to beat Benitez from there. PSV trying to settle into the game. This is Ryan Flamingo to Olivier Boscagli. Ledesma over the top towards Ivan Perisic, who has been in incredible form in this advanced role of late. A hat-trick last weekend and a goal the week before that away in the win at Twente as well. And Tillman to take the throw. And of course, long throws in the penalty area are a feature of European football at the moment. The best of clearances from Ueda. Almost both got in each other's way. Small was there to wrap it up. It's spun off Haj Musa. Trauner there again. Boscagli. Changier. Pick up a maximum of 79 this season, and it's given away by the goalkeeper. Igor Paixão is onto it. And Benitez gets fortunate that the shot was quite close to him. Forward with him. Benitez takes the safety first route, and Luc de Jong is after it, but good starting position from Timon Wellenreuter, and that could turn into a brilliant ball down the middle, and it's going to lead to the opening goal! Igor Paixão! Well, it's sort of Van Persie, and in doing so, are they putting PSV on the brink of being knocked out of the title race? Well, a goal that was the definition of from back to front. For a second, it looked like Luc de Jong might get Paixão with a fantastic finish. And an incredible start for Feyenoord. Well, he can't believe it. Neither can he. The goalkeeper's clearance was much more than that. And the joy in the stands tells you everything you need to know. They look unstoppable at the moment. One ball given against de Jong, and the worst possible start for PSV, though they have only failed to score twice this season in their 31 Eredivisie matches, so there is plenty of time to turn things around. But of course, Feyenoord have the momentum. Such a fervent backing from the home crowd. Oh, Small. What a miscued header by Flamingo. Onueda was nearly in there. It's away by Boskagli. Malik Tillman can maybe lead a counter-attacking charge. It's a very nervy start, this from PSV. This is Noah Lang, though. Here. And Peter Bosz and PSV can't handle it at the moment. On from here, not Trauner. De Kuip is bouncing, and why not? They've actually beaten PSV in 90 minutes since a 4-0 victory in Eindhoven in the autumn of 2021. It's been a long time coming for Feyenoord, who of course finished second to PSV in the title race last season. Arne Slot's final campaign in charge, followed by Joey Veerman. Here is Noah Lang. Good run from Mauro Jr. on the underlap. Made by Small. Veerman. Desma getting it back from Perisic. Well, his team, he said, would attack from the very first minute, but Feyenoord have made the flying start, and he was onside quite clearly. It's a fantastic take from what turned into a brilliant ball forward from the goalkeeper. Delight in the summer sun for Feyenoord. That's with this ball from Haj Musa, and Reed with the chance to drive. Oh, and they make it two! This is just extraordinary. This is Feyenoord in full flow, and PSV cannot keep pace with them. Robin van Persie's team are really putting on a show here. And PSV's title hopes could really be crumbling before their very eyes. It's a wonderful exchange between right winger and right fullback. And Jivairo Reed with his third goal of the season, and it really does have the atmosphere here taken up yet another level. And celebrations in the stands and on the field as well. And of course, it is all set up for already. You struggle to see PSV, even with their scoring record, the form that Feyenoord are in, and finding a way back into this. Wang. Turning away from Malik Tillman, and there's such a flow and confidence about Feyenoord now. That was a good ball by Trauner, and he really had to work hard to get across to that, did Mauro Jr. PSV look vulnerable every time Feyenoord come forward, and there is no time on the ball for the visitors. Well, Desma straight out of play, and look at the reaction in the stands. The crowd and the players are feeding off each other on Peter Bosz's side. Well, wilting. Here is De Jong. PSV desperate to try and find a foothold. That could turn into a good ball, and the flag has stayed down. Headed away by Reed. It was Gus Thiel with the cross, a regular source of assists this season, and he would hope to have done better from that sort of position. Trying to eke out some control in the game. This is Flamingo. Now Lang, who's getting the boos because he is ex-Ajax. Veerman. That'll be relentless, this for Lang. 1-2 with Perisic, though, is a good one, and that will be a PSV corner. Feyenoord players doing everything they can to really whip up the crowd, as if Feyenoord need any more encouragement. Of course, they really are incentivised by the race for second spot as well. And at the moment, they're closing the gap on PSV to just 2 points. Plenty forward here, including Luke De Jong. And Reuter missed it. Convincing goalkeeping. It's been at thin air, and Luke De Jong not able to convert. Trouble here. Hadj Moussa is in. Ueda's in the middle. Hadj Moussa. And he tried to go it alone when surely the cross was a better option. Reed can keep pace with Lang, and he can win a free kick. And it had all been PSV being run ragged defensively. Delayed, and eventually lost possession. And after this absolutely frenetic opening, the referee has now stopped the game. It is Anthony Milambo who's opening. Quarter of an hour, even he would be shocked by what has happened. And PSV have been unable to withstand the Feyenoord pressure. Already 4 shots on target for Feyenoord. 2, of course, have led to goals. And PSV are yet to respond. Well, this was the second goal. Beautiful reverse ball by Hadj Moussa, and Javier Reed went all the way. To know. Sheer joy in the stands. One of the nicest, warmest days of the year so far. And even if, for Feyenoord, it opens the door for Ajax to clinch the title against NEC later on, it is still a great day in their own context, of course. Anthony Milambo having to be treated here. There's still a long way to go, but the amazing run that they're on. It's hard to see them slipping up. Ledesma. Robin van Persie can't believe it. Again, that high ball from Timon Berenreuter. And it's a very high. Look at how high the line is from PSV. With the pace that Feyenoord have got in behind, well, there was a covering defender in the shape of Mauro Jr. At least that's what PSV would argue. And a booking in the end for Richard Ledesma. Robin van Persie was maybe expecting more than that. Managing his old club, of course, it is something of a fairy tale as the American. Confirmation that he's gone into the book, but PSV look all over the place here. There'll be massive pressure on the visitors if they concede from this. Hugo Paixão has scored one already. And he's nearly got another. They're just swinging a little too far away from the post in the end. Big deep breath. That's very close. Would the goalkeeper have got there? Maybe. I'll tell you that he would have done, but I'm not so sure. Desma. How do PSV find an opportunity to get a foothold in the game? Well, they won't with passes like that from Perisic up the middle. Well, so might as well go long again. It's already led to one goal today, and Haj Musa brings it down impressively in front of Mauro Junior. The goalkeeper's clearance is forward, very accurate so far. And a key feature of what Feyenoord are trying to do. PSV, meanwhile, have already got the likes of Serginho Dest warming up. And maybe there's concern about Ledesma and the fact that he's already on a yellow card. And Feyenoord will take their own long throw, meaning second goal. And they don't deal with it here. Kick given. See, Ueda was lurking. But no end at the moment to the Feyenoord pressure. Skagli. PSV look below the pace of their opponents. Junior. It is a vintage 20 minutes for Feyenoord, a perfect first 10 certainly. 2 goals arriving inside that 10-minute mark. By Skagli. Trauner gets there in front of Luc de Jong. This season they comfortably saw them off in the reverse fixture and beat them in the Dutch Cup quarter-final as well. Of course, they went on to lose the semi-final to Go Ahead Eagles, eventual winners of the competition. They could end the season, they look like they're going to end the season trophyless. And by Ledesma. A bit of space here for Tillman to drive into. Lang. You can always tell when he's on the ball as the boos come up, and Tillman forces Wellenreuter into his first save. Well into double figures this season in terms of goals in all competitions. Marek Tillman, 13 for the entire campaign. Wellenreuter. Has held that up well. Certainly no foul by the Feyenoord man, despite Skagli's appeals. Desma, Flamingo, not a moment of time on the ball for PSV. Forward by Veerman, that's a good pass. And here goes Lang, taking on Reed. And slipping it through to Perisic. And a good late challenge for Feyenoord Trauner. And suddenly they were in there, PSV. And a man who has been in outstanding goal-scoring form of late, denied by an outstanding block. Feyenoord Trauner, firm but fair. Good work from the Austrian. And De Jong lurks among others. They get one back. It was aimed at De Jong. Desma. Here is Flamingo. Gustil. Forward by Lang. Nice move from PSV. De Jong waits for the cross of Perisic, and by his standards, a very disappointing one. Work to do now. Is Serginho Dest going to be called for here, I wonder? Not quite the warm-up. Looks as though he's getting his shin pads on, so PSV can't be far away from making a change already. Meanwhile, here comes Lang. He's away from Chowner this time. Covering was Hansko. In the corner, best spell of the game so far for PSV. Lang takes it quickly. Mauro Jr. Swung in by Joey Veerman. Tipped over by Wellenreuter. I'm not sure whether it was intended as a cross or a shot. Don't expect him to get a great reception as another former Ajax man. Delivered in by Veerman. Now Junior missed his kick, away by Hwang, and that'll be a free kick for handball against Lang. Who does the referee want a word with here? He's going to get the yellow card out of his pocket, and will it be for Noah Lang for dissent? Perhaps for kicking the ball away. Well, here comes the change, and it's the one that you'd have expected, really. Richard Ledesma hooked off after 26 minutes on a yellow card. And on comes Serginho Dest, formerly of Ajax and Barcelona. He spent last season on loan at PSV. It was actually Wellenreuter who was booked after that handball incident in. Here is Igor Paschal. Ueda, was he fouled? He was not. The free kick goes the other way. Danny McKelly, very experienced referee, never overwrought by the situation. Ueda thought that he'd got the better of Boskagli, and well, there was contact. Here goes Lang yet again. Taking on Reed and Tillman. He his way through. Good work by Reed. That lovely footwork from Haj Musa. Silky. And summing up the confidence of this Feyenoord team. Likewise, Reed there. This time he can't hang on to it, Haj Musa. On a free kick. And that was the challenge involving Ueda and Boskagli. The referee, I think, felt that Ueda had backed into the defender and tried to buy a free kick. By again on Trauner. Nicely brought down by Jakob Modder, but expense of a free kick. First real touch on the ball for Serginho Dest. Perisic. Play via the touch of Gus Thiel, and nothing is working for PSV at the moment. And they are opening the door for Ajax to win the title today, as it stands. An Ajax win over NEC in Amsterdam would be enough to see them crowned champions for the 37th time in the Eredivisie. And back to Wellenreuter. David Hansko. Smart. And Wang again. Collected by Modder. Little flick into the path of Smart. Modder. There's the aerial route towards Ueda, headed away by Boscagli. Wang is there to seize upon it, and typically tenacious. Falls to a lot of the second balls still. Couldn't get it quite right. The former Brighton and Hove Albion man who has struggled with injury problems over recent seasons, but this is 17th appearance of the current campaign. And in Amsterdam, they will never have celebrated a Feyenoord lead more than this, even though they look quite relaxed at the moment. Ajax fans will know the score, and they know that they could be one win away as it stands from the title again. One back by Hansko. There is no mercy so far from Feyenoord. Igor Paschal. 22 at Ueda. Couldn't keep the header down, under pressure. Well, it's the substitute fullback Dest who's having problems now. Lovely ball in from Igor Paschal. I feel already they should have scored more than twice. Here is Boscagli. Mauro Jr. Good footwork away from Haj Musa. Find Tillman. Bang was in the way again. Boscagli with the diagonal ball, and Perisic cannot reach it. Really have they put the flowing move together so far, his team. He talked about them being steady in possession in the build-up to the game, but they have not looked like that. The pressure maybe getting to PSV, and they've been caught out here. Modder couldn't get beyond Thiel. Mauro Jr. Is it going to open up for him from range, or perhaps for Thiel? Tillman. And it breaks down again, and symptomatic of the first half for PSV up to this point. I'm well aware that Feyenoord will only be 2 points behind them if the result stays like this. Good ball by Dest. And it's delivered in by Thiel. The only target really was De Jong. Hernold Trauner has marshalled him well so far. It's another corner for PSV. Here comes Joey Veerman. Feyenoord have brought everybody back to defend this, and it's headed away by Igor Paschal. Mauro Jr. Fizzing effort, but always rising. Well, they may feel some mixed emotions today, because this brilliant performance and what seems like a likely victory is opening the door for their greatest rivals, but in the context of the season overall, it is yet another impressive day late on in the campaign for Feyenoord. In by Lang and well taken by Feyenoord. Maybe they're wondering what might have happened had Robin van Persie taken charge just a few games earlier. Milamba. Only a foul by Dest on Paschal. Wouldn't it be ironic if he was yellow-carded, having only recently come on? To replace Ledesma, who had been booked. A word from Danny McKelly, but nothing else. Good to see the sportsmanship between the two. That's filled by Smart. Haj Musa. Keep it in. On the retreats, and they have protected Timon Feyenoord well so far. Serious save that he's had to make, tipping away that cross-come shot from Joey Veerman. And at the side, it's been a relatively comfortable afternoon for the Feyenoord goalkeeper, part of the second-best defence in the league. And by Hanska. Dest. Hassled and harried by Igor Paschal as well. Tillman. Press from Feyenoord. And it's a collective effort from the stands to the pitch and back. Forward by Flamingo. De Jong. A chase that feels over-hopeful. And we didn't really put it at full pelt. Easy for Trauner to go back to the goalkeeper. On by Wellenreuter. Milamba. The best of touches, and here is Lang trying to thread it through the middle, Veerman rather. He couldn't pick out Gus Thiel. Away strides Hansko. Haj Musa. Hansko bouncing up the right wing in support. Haj Musa has done really well to hold on to it, having set up one goal already. Started to ease into the game, PSV. They start to create. It is just a throw given by the officials, but the goal will be stopped because of a potential head injury to Malik Tillman. American sent sprawling, and maybe caught late too by Jakub Moder. Boscagli. Dest can't really bring it down. Small in the way. This is Flamingo. Boscagli again, taking the direct route. Good flick by De Jong to Tillman. No real power behind the shot in the end. It was a good move from PSV. In a play like this, chances like that, they have to do better. Well, his kicking has been outstanding so far today. Led directly to one goal, could have led to another. Real precision with these long clearances from Timon Feyenoord. They are certainly not hopeful punts upfield from the German goalkeeper. Trauner. Isco this time towards Haj Musa. That's another clever ball. Was the last touch of Ronaldo Jr. No. Haj Musa a bit surprised. Boscagli with a ball that Dest has done well to keep in play. Forward by Flamingo. Joey Veerman. It's drop here, fortunately for De Jong. By Hwang. Well, they've come back into the game a little here, PSV, after such a disappointing start, but whether they've left it too late already is another question entirely. But a goal back before half-time would certainly make things interesting. Been a gradual improvement as the half has gone on anyway. By Joey Veerman, came off Small. Forward still, of course, is Boscagli. Hung up by Dest. And now they're on the break again. Haj Musa. Decision-making again, not quite the best there. There was a ball on over the top for Igor Paixão, and now PSV on the break. Noah Lang taking on Hanska. Tillman spotted the run of Dest. Now Perisic. All the way through the middle at the moment for PSV, but Perisic with plenty of time here to measure the cross. Again, it wasn't a good one. Delivery is somewhat lacking, and look at that from Igor Paixão. He's left Flamingo behind. Nobody really up in support yet. He's not going to bully his way through past Dest and Flamingo again. Flamingo wanted his goalkeeper to come earlier, I think. Well watched by Feyenoord, but he has been a bag of tricks in this game. By Mauro Jr. and to Thiel. PSV probably can't wait to get into the dressing room at half-time. We're hearing there'll only be a solitary added minute. An incredibly slow start, and that could well prove costly. Not just today, but in the title race as well. Veerman. Perisic. De Jong peeling away to the back post, and Perisic will win a corner. It's at the end of the first half. Plenty of them. Number 6 for the game so far for PSV, but they haven't really threatened from any of them so far. And in front of the away support, Joey Veerman. Confirmation of that single added minute. Good header away by Hansko. Veerman setting up Lang, and it's come off Igor Paschal. There will be time to take another corner for PSV. It's Joey Veerman with the swinging delivery away by Trauner. This is Ivan Perisic. And De Jong is climbing, and Ueda seemed to lean with his arm. Peter Bosz appealing, one or two of the PSV players likewise. And the referee has brought an end to the first half, and as it stands, Feyenoord are 45 minutes away from potentially presenting Ajax with the opportunity to win the title. That was the handball appeal against Ueda, which wasn't given. 2 goals in the first 10 minutes for Feyenoord. Igor Paschal with the first, and Givairo Reed with the second, have put Robin van Persie's team in a great position themselves. It is Feyenoord 2, PSV 0. How ironic that they will be celebrating that scoreline in Amsterdam. As it stands, Ajax will win the title with a victory of their own at home to NEC later. It has been a frustrating and potentially season-defining day for PSV, who've already taken off Emmanuel Ledesma as part of a tactical change. He was on a yellow card. Work to do for Peter Bosz. Feyenoord are in control at half-time. Well, job half done for Feyenoord, but the second 45 still to come. They were outstanding in that first half. Givairo Reed getting the second goal. David Hansko has led by example. Igor Paschal was the man who put Feyenoord in front. It is a fruitless trip from Eindhoven so far for PSV. Robin van Persie is masterminding quite the start to his Eredivisie career as Feyenoord manager. His only defeats have come in both legs of the Champions League round of 16 against Inter Milan, and in fact in the Eredivisie it would be 9 unbeaten as it stands, with 8 wins from those 9, and all 8 on the spin, which would equal the record set by Ernst Happel's Feyenoord team back in 1969. Consecutive league victories. What were words would have been said by Peter Bosz at half-time, and I'm sure Luc de Jong, as the senior player, will have had his say as well. No changes at half. Produce a remarkable second-half lead. Lang, Feyenoord closing in on a victory that really furthers their ambitions and might help to hand Ajax the title. And here is Ueda straight away. He can't hit the target. As a number 9, a centre-forward, might have hoped to do so. If his team are beaten, then Ajax are poised to potentially win the title, should they defeat NEC later. Mauro Jr. They certainly need a better start to the second period than they endured in the first. PSV 2-0 down after 10 minutes. A task that was already going to be difficult made much, much harder. Good work by Tillman to set up Noah Lang. Tillman tries to place a curling shot with no real backlift and a very difficult angle for him. Scored in the reverse fixture back in December, did Marek Tillman. A comfortable 3-0 win for his team on that occasion, but the chances have been few and far between for PSV, while Feyenoord have had opportunities to extend their lead. Let's go to Smart. Pashal, who tormented Richard Ledesma before he was taken off in the first half. It's just been one of those frustrating days so far for PSV Eindhoven. Season's champions could well have relinquished their crown by the end of today. Throw by Mauro Jr. Trauner back to Hansko. So it's now 26 goals and counting in their last 8 games in the Eredivisie for Feyenoord. They last dropped points in the league in Robin van Persie's very first game in charge. That wasn't a great clearance by Feyenoord. Unlike him in the game so far. Dest. Bit of space, maybe too much for Tillman to cross, and it's over the head of Thiel. Lang. Feyenoord got something on it. Slight lack of intensity from Feyenoord compared to what they showed in the first half. A bit of a drop-off is understandable. You'd expect PSV to step things up a gear themselves, but here they come on the break. It's Anthony Melambo. Shaw can't keep it in play. It was a poorly hit pass. Still only 20, Melambo. The break was certainly on. It was a 4-against-3 situation. It's an opportunity that has passed his team by. Reed back to Feyenoord. Mauro Jr. Veerman. This is Lang again. Instant jeers from the home fans because of his Ajax links. Only half away by Feyenoord. Trauner. There could be trouble here for Feyenoord, big trouble. It's 2-1. Ivan Perisic continues his wonderful form in front of goal, and PSV are back in it. And maybe, just maybe, the title race isn't quite ready to be done yet. Sloppy defending in the build-up. Hansko couldn't clear. And Ivan Perisic with his 15th goal of the season, and now 4 in 2 matches after scoring a hat-trick last weekend, and it is the desired response for Peter Bosz. Lots of work to do, but real jeopardy back in the match. They are checking the goal, it would appear. Danny McKenny in consultation with the video assistant referee. And the goal is given. And Feyenoord perhaps made to pay for a start to the second half that didn't have as much purpose as what they showed in the first. What will that do for PSV and their confidence? Once again, they score in the Eredivisie. Only twice have they failed to do so in the league this season. 94 for the campaign. They scored 111 last year. To Benitez, seeing increasing feature of the second half so far for Feyenoord. PSV potentially readying more replacements, but it's been much more like it from last season's champions in the second half so far. Here is Lang. Tipped away from Haj Musa. Looks for Luke de Jong. Boskagli. Dest. Really intriguingly poised now. Tillman. Flamingo. What an opportunity to make it 2-2. The skipper with the sort of chance that so often we've seen him take in his sleep in the Eredivisie. Looks onside. Yes, there's pressure from the goalkeeper, but he's mishit it, de Jong. He seemed off balance. And Feyenoord still ahead, but only just. Give it away. Veerman. It's de Jong. Touch is heavy. In steps Gernot Trauner of all people. Thiel. Oh, and it's been let run cleverly to Veerman, and de Jong trying to peel away from PSV. Can Feyenoord find a foothold? Their lead might not last much longer if they don't. Milambo. Small. Really does have the feel now of a titanic clash in the context of the season. Modern. Forward by Haj Musa. Reed trying to take it in his stride again and hopefully looking for a penalty kick, but never looked. I've almost forgotten what it feels like to lose. Feyenoord unbeaten since the defeat in the Klassiker on the 2nd of February, but under real pressure here all of a sudden. Thiel up to the right, but his team are on top. Certainly in terms of possession, territory and goal threat, if not, of course, in terms of the all-important scoreline, but the threat to Feyenoord now is a real one. Just can't seem to retain possession. I wonder how long Robin van Persie will leave it before making his first changes of the game. Veerman. Cleared away by a stretching Reed. They are warming up in their numbers now. And the returners to the squad, Calvin Stengs, who's out with injury for a long time. Flamingo. Perisic. Lovely touch by Dest. It is all PSV. Plenty to aim at in the middle here. Thiel, it hit Dest. He had so many options. Couldn't pick out anybody. Dest again. Dest is off. I think most of the ground did expect. Well, this was the opportunity for Gus Thiel. He had plenty to try and pick out, and did pick out a teammate, I suppose, but in entirely the wrong way. 10 assists in the Eredivisie season. Gus Thiel became the first player to reach double figures for both goals and assists in this league campaign. It's over the top from Anthony Milambo. Feyenoord do not look the same side that blew PSV away in the first half, particularly in the first 10, 20, 25 minutes. Signs before the break that PSV might be coming back into it. Mauro Jr. Dest giving PSV an injection of pace. It's a great run from Serginho Dest, and he picks out Luuk de Jong. Managed to keep the move going. Lang, held up by Chowder. These are nervous moments for the home team. And Thiel lays it off, and Veerman hits it! And cleared away after the goalkeeper got something on it. Veerman has committed a foul now, and he might end up talking himself into a yellow card. He has done. Peter Bosch unimpressed, but PSV were nearly level. It is one-way traffic. Turned away by the goalkeeper. It wasn't going in. But Luuk de Jong was ready to snap up the rebound, and that was why Veerman was penalised. Paschal slow to get to his feet, but PSV quick to cause all sorts of problems for Feyenoord, and it will make for a nervy atmosphere, no doubt, at the Johan Cruyff Arena too, where supporters will be following the action. PSV defeat, and Ajax could be champions by the end of today. Will be if they beat NEC. Haj Musa. Feyenoord yet to create in the second half, but they might do here. It's hit Benitez. It wasn't convincing handling from the goalkeeper, but a clear ball in from Anis Haj Musa. seen some of his real quality going forward over the course of the first period, the way that he set up the second goal, the Algerian international. Well, they are readying further reinforcements here, and perhaps no great surprise at that, although PSV have been much the better team in the second half up to this point. Given away by Ivan Perisic. Wang. Hammered upfield by Benitez. And has turned into a good ball for De Jong. Lang. Had a little too much time, and this is Malik Tillman on the surge. Turned away by Hansko, and then by real nervousness about this Feyenoord second half display. Even despite the amazing run that they're on. Delivered in by Veerman, lifted very high, and De Jong was coming in at the back post, but an easy ball to attack. It's left Milambo on the ground. And PSV, I think, want to change shortly. There's the clash at the back post, De Jong on Milambo. Ismail Saibari is going to take to the field. 9 goals and 11 assists over the course of the league campaign so far. A quality, perhaps Saibari can do so. Meanwhile, Milambo being treated here. Stoppage in play might actually help Feyenoord a bit. PSV have been the dominant force in the second half. You felt that they would come out fighting. Still, though, not enough as it stands to potentially prevent Ajax from securing the title today. If it stayed like this and Ajax beat NEC, they would be 7 points clear of PSV with only 2 games remaining. The interested spectators is the Dutch national team boss, Ronald Koeman, who, not sure whether he's enjoying the sun or not. Ronaldo back on his feet, and of course Ronald Koeman has both played for and managed PSV and Feyenoord over the course of his long and illustrious career. Managed Ajax to 2 Eredivisie titles, the 1 league title as PSV boss in 06-07. The championship 4 times in his career as a player. And the retreat is Mauro Jr. Benitez, he gave it away to Ueda, but it did look like a foul on Boskagli. A risky ball out of defence by the goalkeeper. How often do we see that across leagues around Europe? A frustrating day for Gus Thiel and for PSV so far. Total hopes may well hinge on the next 25. Field from Perisic, and away by Hansko. Perisic is there again. Well, frustration for Ivan Perisic this time. Body check on Hansko. They have had nearly 70% of the ball in the second half. PSV, they got a goal back. He's actually been yellow carded, the goal scorer Perisic. They will not give up until it is done. The PSV Eindhoven supporters, it isn't finished yet. On by Feyenoord. And here comes Saibari, racing through the middle at pace. Trying to trouble that final back line, Marik Tillman. The sheer weight of numbers probably did enough there for Feyenoord. First sign of the attacking quality that he possesses. Dest. Skagli. By De Jong to find Lang. Saibari seems to get it stuck under his feet. Lang made a good interception, but it's well run back by Veerman. And now it opens up for Tillman, who goes for it! He just couldn't keep it down at a vital moment in the game, and he knows it. A player of his quality. Oh, it's so close. It's the touch. Igor Paixão signalling that he might have to come off, perhaps. Cramp is an issue, at least. Feyenoord have a long list of injury absentees, as do PSV Eindhoven, of course, themselves. A long time since Igor Paixão's very early opener. The lead quickly doubled by Jairo Reed, but the second half has felt oh so different. Can't hold it. Saibari and Veerman. Dest will do his best, but he's facing an impossible task to keep that in play. Well, how long till he can't, causing some problems? By Small, handed down by Veerman. Tillman now. It's wave after wave really from PSV. I really do feel though that they need two PSV here. Dest. Perisic in support. In by Ivan Perisic. And away by David Hanska. Dest going on the outside this time. Let's go there again. Can Feyenoord withstand the attacking threat for another 20 minutes plus added time? If the conditions are potentially playing a part in some of this, it is a very warm day in Rotterdam, and Feyenoord were so quick out of the blocks in the first half. They looked sapped of energy in the second. Junior and Saibari is in, and Tillman is denied. Good work by Hansko, who is limping himself now. Ball has been taken short to Mauro Junior. Veerman. Now Dest. It is all PSV. Perisic, Saibari, Veerman, Dest again with plenty of time and space to cross. First one hits Small. Almost queuing up, it's in by Veerman, it's Luke de Jong, who might have been better off leaving it for Perisic behind him. A much more difficult header for de Jong. You see here, Perisic probably in a better position to really attack it. I don't know if he gave de Jong a call, though. By Veerman again. Trauner getting athletically in front of Mauro Jr. They've only had about 25% of the possession in the second half, Feyenoord. But they do lead. That's for now, anyway. I think that Carvin Stengs is getting ready to come on. But here is Perisic. Ball all the way to Noah Lang at the back post. Can he work the angle for a shot? He can, and it's 2-2! And the former Ajax man levels it up at the cup for PSV. And it's nothing more than they deserve. Can they go on and win it now? And really keep the title race alive? And squirm through Feyenoord. Long time in the game. His team have come from 2-0 down. And if they score a third, it will really put pressure on Ajax. Timon Vellenreuter, one of the key men for Feyenoord in the first half. Remember, with that assist for the opening goal, but it's his blunder that has allowed PSV to draw level, and they have made the change. It is Carvin Stengs back from injury. Anthony Malambo has come off. And that's drawn the benches out. Yellow card. Straight away. The passion, the intensity, the rivalry. Wang is being called over, I think, now by the referee. Maybe more than one yellow card awarded here. It was a poor challenge. Very late on Tillman. His team still have hope. At the moment, the way that it stands, Ajax would not be able to card for Wang. Ajax, if it stays 2-2, could go 6 clear with 2 to go with a victory, but it wouldn't be, of course, mathematically done by that point. Ajax against NEC, a little later. Lang. Here comes Vellenreuter. How will Feyenoord respond? 7 straight wins. But they look really on the ropes here. Stengs is going to lose out to Tillman and concede the free kick. It is one-way traffic. Forward by Olivier Boscagli. De Jong having peeled away. Held it up impressively. This is Saibari. Perisic. Dest. They look more than capable of scoring a winner. In by Veerman. Oh, and what an opportunity again for Tillman this time. Who has gone close on more than one occasion in the second half. Brilliant ball in by Veerman. And he almost got ahead of the flight of the ball, did Malik Tillman. The fans really starting to believe. Forward by Small. It's a poor pass. Sabari. Tillman. Running onto it is Amaro Jr. Lang on the score sheet once already. And he's won a corner. It is relentless from PSV Eindhoven. A goal would take them to within a point of Ajax. Joey Veerman to dink it in, and the header is over the top. From the back, Ryan Flamingo. That's another delightful cross from Veerman, who is running the game in the second half. Robin van Persie with a real test here early on in his Feyenoord managerial career. Captain played by De Jong. Inside. Oh, and they've caught them out here. Mauro Jr. with the early quick throw. Veerman. Dest. Feyenoord have barely been able to get out of their own half in this second period. In by Perisic. Here comes De Jong. Good header by Trauner. It's not over yet, the danger. It has been stopped now by the referee. Shove, I think, from De Jong on Reed. Formed by Danny McKelly. Well, the second change is on the way for the home side. There'll be a double substitution for Feyenoord. They haven't been able to really get near the game in the second period. Here comes Perisic. Knocked off by his opposite number, Small. Drops to Dest. Julian Carranza and Ibrahim Osman stripped and ready to come on for Feyenoord. Carranza was a major doubt for the weekend, but managed to make the squad. Flamingo. Perisic blocked off by Modder. Rare bit of possession for Feyenoord in this second half. Igor Paixão, I think, has won them a free kick. Here come the two changes. So Carranza and Osman to take to the field. Yassi Ueda's number is up, as is that of Anis Hadj Moussa. Paixão is struggling. Well, he's saying he needs to be substituted. Are they going to change the substitution here, or make a third? Hadj Moussa is still on at the moment, and I think they have changed the substitution. Hadj Moussa will remain on the field, and he's going to have to come off here, Igor Paixão. So confirmation of the changes will include Hadj Moussa staying on, and Paixão, really through his own appeals, coming off. Well, they barely threatened in the second half here, Feyenoord. Can they perhaps produce something from this? It is Hadj Moussa to take it. De Jong, Wang, Modder, Osman, Hadj Moussa. These are big decisions for Robin van Persie, the head coach, in his first season as a head coach in football. Of course, he started the campaign at Heerenveen. Peter Bosz knows that even a draw would see his team's title hopes slip further away from them. In by Small towards Trauner. And blocked by Boskagli. Arms seem to be in a position by his side, despite the Feyenoord appeals. Here come PSV on the counter, and Perisic. We'll get to it. And the flag has stayed down. Perisic delivers. Gernot Trauner in the way. Flamingo with a heavy touch, and now Carranza. Osman. Is there a little more edge to Feyenoord now that they've made these substitutions? Wang, one way out, hits it back from Carranza, and he couldn't pop it through to him again. Well, De Kuip is getting livelier again now. Couldn't quite execute. As what would have been a double 1-2. That was the shot from Haj Musa that was blocked. Well, it did seem to hit the arm of Boskagli, but not in an unnatural position. Let's go waiting for his goalkeeper here, who does eventually oblige. Small looking for Osman. Home side have not had a shot on target in the second half. It's a blow, of course, should they end up being pegged back to their own hopes of potentially leapfrogging PSV into second place. Musa has managed to thread that forward, and it's kept in play by Stengs. Will be turned by Huang. Good block by Veerman. Osman. Feyenoord going to have a good finishing spell. He started the game brilliantly. And De Kuip lifted, but PSV have worked their way forward impressively. This is Saibari. And now Tillman. It's 4 against 3 here if Tillman plays it right. And he looks here for Noah Lang. Can he win it? Turned away by Wellenreuter. Well, the golden opportunities keep coming, and they just can't take them. And fingertips. But maybe he shouldn't have had the opportunity to make the save. Yet another corner for PSV, well into double figures now. And now Tillman. Danger still not over yet, far from over. Hansko in the way. Feyenoord hanging on. And Ajax fans will be watching very nervously too. Taken short to Lang. To run on, and Dest has mishit that. A very strange effort off his left foot, having moments earlier had a much better chance. But really, that should have been the moment for PSV. Two more changes on the way for the visitors. Armando Obispo and Johan Bakayoko are ready to come on for the final few minutes. And back by Boskagli. I see that PSV are desperate for a winner. I know that realistically, a draw is just not going to be enough, even if it isn't mathematically all over. They'll be relying on a favour from NEC maybe later in Amsterdam. Perisic goes off. scored the goal to initially get them back into it, and Skankly replaced. Confirmation that it is Armando Obispo and Johan Bakayoko to come on. What has been such an intriguing game. Do we still yet have time for a late winner, perhaps? His team look unlikely to get it. Tillman, and it's Saibari trying to take it in his stride. Good defending by Small. And Saibari couldn't keep the cross in play. Really important touch coming up here from Guy Schmal. If he doesn't get across, then Bakayoko would have had a tap in, having only just come on. Back by Hwang, but only momentarily. The PSV attacks are relentless again. Dest, and this is Bakayoko, and on for Saibari, and out comes Wellenreuter. Swan. Osman. Looking lively on the turn. Feyenoord will at least be contented with the news that Utrecht are 2-0 down at Twente, so if anything, a grip at least on third place solidified in the Champions League qualifying places. Reed is caught and he's brought down Noah Lang, and what will be the punishment from the referee? It is a red card. Reed is off. And the scorer of the second goal, I don't think can have any complaints. He's clearly the last man. Lang is otherwise through on goal, and it has fallen apart somewhat in the second half really here for Feyenoord. They will try and cling on to a point, but PSV with a man advantage for the added time that is coming up any moment, and they will get 5 minutes to try and find a winner. It would take them to within a point of Ajax. Ajax, of course, whatever happens, have that game in hand against NEC today. Reed with a professional foul. And the only option for Danny McKelly was to produce the yellow card. And what can PSV do from the resulting free kick? Feyenoord want to get reinforcements on, but I don't think there'll be time enough to do that in the build-up. In fact, there will. And not often that you see this before the taking of an important set piece, but it is now Haj Musa, who nearly came off earlier, who's finally replaced, and Hugo Bueno will come on. That does feel like a defensive-minded change, doesn't it? Jakub Modder also leaving the field, and it's a straight swap with Ramiz Zarouki. As Feyenoord try to shore up the back line for the final moments. These are nervy moments for Robin van Persie, who's not lost an Eredivisie match as head coach of Feyenoord. Well, Veerman standing over it, plenty forward. He wouldn't try and go for it here, would he? He's going to dink it in towards De Jong, and it's in! But will it count? The flag is up, and PSV appear to have been denied a fairy tale winner. Well, they will watch this with interest again and again and again. De Jong looks offside from the original delivery by Joey Veerman. Tillman there to tap in the rebound, but De Jong did lock offside. VAR is checking it. It would be Tillman's goal, and it would be the most important goal of PSV's season so far. De Jong looked offside at first glance, but these are decisions that the officials will now make between them. It's a factual call. Is Luuk de Jong offside in the build-up? Is anybody playing De Jong onside? It is so difficult to tell. Peter Bosz doesn't know, and neither do they. What a moment in the season. Lines are being drawn. The title race could come down to these millimetres involved here. And they're getting the news in Amsterdam. And some Ajax fans will barely be able to watch. Have PSV won it in stoppage time? Nervy for the Feyenoord supporters too, of course, after this brilliant long run that they've had. VAR checking again and again and again. There can barely have been a tighter offside call than this all season. This is what they are checking for. Is Luuk de Jong towards the far end in an offside position? The title could be on the line here. It's agony for the PSV supporters. It'll be agony for the Ajax fans in Amsterdam. PSV can turn this game around. They still have real hope. Acted VAR check. Is it nearly complete? Danny McKelly's getting some sort of message. And cheers from the home sections. All the away fans will tell you the news. I think they might be looking at it from a reverse angle now. The VAR check that has lasted several minutes and is utterly pivotal in the race for the Eredivisie title. Danny McKelly telling the players that he's waiting for information. VAR is offside is a factual check. And the goal has been ruled out. And it stays 2-2. Unbelievable drama. And there is still stoppage time left. By the tiniest of margins, will his side miss out on victory? And perhaps with it, a realistic opportunity to still win. Kept in by Osman. We're only a couple of minutes into the six added at the end of the game when that goal was ruled out, and that'll be a foul on Zarouki. And is there an opportunity for Feyenoord to win it? Well, this is Eredivisie drama at its very best, and a sense of what the VAR officials were having to go through there. His team have been on the back foot for almost all of the second half. They thought they had lost it. Now can they win it? It's going to be delivered in by Juan.